Well, with the RC race to the future on the track, though not quite with the right idea about how to race RC cars, we've had a fantastic day of finals here in Croatia. Let's find out the story of the large-scale off-road EFRA European Championships. So off for the semi-finals, and it's Dario Vaselli on pole. Looks peerless through qualifying and must be the favourite for the championship. And you see as they get away, the track is quite a bit slick. It was yesterday. It's been sunny and warm and dry here. The moisture's come out of the circuit and the grip has got slipperier, but actually the track cars are not much slower. So Dario got off to an easy, comfortable lead. We thought, that's it. Dario, he's got it. He's going to win this first semi-final. But very soon he's being very closely hounded by Kay Coops, the number 4 car, the Dutch driver. And in fact, Kay got past after about 3 or 4 minutes and went on to win this heat by an absolute mile, which is completely against anything we'd seen so far. Anyway, Dario then came under increasing attack from Tim van der Lest. And so suddenly we saw Dario dropping back, and we were beginning to think, is he going to make the top 5? Is he going to qualify? And then we saw Ken Valkiers catch him up. And this was something we haven't seen the whole time. Ken made a bad start from second, and this battle went down the line, and luckily Dario managed to keep that second place, or third place overall, by just 200 a second. Now my prediction, Ian Oddie. Unfortunately, my prediction is as good as ever, and Ian didn't make the final. He was 6th. So very lucky for current European champion not taking part in the final later today. So now time for a second semi-final. Now don't forget that it's the fastest time overall that gets in the semi-final, not where you finish in your particular position. And my prediction is getting even worse here, because this is Martin Lissau, the Dane, who I thought was going to win. He had terrible tyre problems. He's talking there to Stefano Gandhi from GRP. They couldn't get the grip right on this new surface, or revised surface by the day. And he has slipped back and finished 6th and didn't qualify, but qualifying with ease for the final. It was Alexander Schmidt. He was untouched, and in fact, because of that, he probably didn't push as hard as he could. And though he won this second semi-final, he ended up 5th overall to be 5th on the grid. But the big story is Luca Kuda. He came up from 9th place in qualifying. He bumped up twice. He's not been feeling well all weekend, but now fully reformed. He looks like one of the favourites going to the final, which is coming up now. So away they go in the large-scale off-road European Championship final. A good start by Dario there. He's managed to pick up second place from Tim van der Elst, but away goes Kay Coops. He was the surprise class of his semi-final. He's really found the track he's liking as it's got drier, and he's off and away in car 1. Dario now in 3, following quite closely, and then we've got Kai, and then 4th place it is Ken Valkiers. He started slowly last time in the semis. Hopefully he can be a bit quicker and get himself on the pace. A couple laps further on, we see already Dario Vaselli now is under intense pressure from Tim van der Lest. I mean, he's been holding back for a few laps here off before we came back to the camera here, and Tim's really has got the pace. It doesn't seem like Dario's got his car dialed in at all to these conditions today. He's just dropping back, and Tim then, forceful push there in his car, which actually resembles more a Gorgonzola cheese than a racer vehicle. The amount of holes he's got in the body there. Obviously worried about heat gain and looking to get as much cooling air through as possible, but after a exchange there of ins and outs, showing how difficult it is to drift these cars around the whole time. I mean, rear-wheel drive these cars, not four-wheel drive, and a lot of power. Further down, we have Alexander Schmidt here. He's currently in 4th place. He won, of course, the other semi-final, a much slower time, but he's now battling with Ken Valkiers, who again has had some problems at the start, for 4th place. Ken now in the orange car, not surprising being Dutch after the young German, and it's Alexander who's very slow at that corner there, didn't pick up the drive at all, and Ken got through quite easily. So that's now Ken, I think, into 4th place and moving back up the field. Now hit back to the leader, and Kay Coops, he's put up a huge lead. He's managed to get himself about half a lap ahead. He's not involved in any trouble. The car is absolutely perfectly balanced this stage in the race. But of course, this is a half-hour race, the first half race they've had, and of course they don't know anything about tyre wear, and they don't know whether they can actually even last on fuel, some of them, for the whole half hour. Second place, it is now Tim van der Lest. He's quite a way behind Kai, but he's got himself into a good rhythm with the cheese greater car there. And but now we see now moving through the field again Ken, this slow starter but fast finisher. He's caught up to Dario Vaselli, and really Dario's just not had his own way. He must have come in today, I'm sure he woke up this morning thinking he was going to be European champion, because the car was that good yesterday. Oh, and he's just thrown it over the side there. Oh, turn turtle, sad sight there, and it looks very much like he's really not going to even on the podium in this, his home European Championship. But that does mean that Ken is now shooting through and forward into third place. Up ahead now again, still leading its Kai. This is much later in the race. We've jumped a few minutes. And as you can see, Kai's car really not handling as well as it was earlier. He's got a huge amount of oversteer. I'll get the impression now that he may well be in rear tyre trouble. He's going to have to nurse the car around. Now, everyone's going to be in the same problems. It's not unique to Kai, unless he's got a particularly aggressive style, or perhaps he's got some too soft a compound. Though, looking now at Tim, it's looking like he's doing okay. Back with Kai here, and Kai, he's completely looped it. I think he must be out of rear grip. This is a major problem. There's a few minutes to go, and Kai has to hang on somehow to win the championship, but it looks like Tim's got much more rear grip. This is going to be like shooting ducks in a barrel, because frankly, he's a sitting duck unless he can find a way of changing his style. Where there was in the background was Tim. He's catching up. He's made up perhaps 10, 15. Oh, he's throwing off the track. That's not the way to drive. And Alexander Schmidt got involved in the accident there. And Ken's in the lead. Tim's in the lead. Tim's in the lead. No! Oh, and Alexander has got in the way there. So it looks like Kai's got away there, but surely now Tim's going to come back at him. He's got the grip. It's only a matter of time, I think, until Kai gets caught. But Kai now he's calming it down. He's trying to work out how can I get drive. He's only got two-wheel drive. He must look at a way of changing his style to get that drive to keep Tim behind him, but it's going to be a difficult last couple of minutes, but he's looking good now. Suddenly he's got the thing lined up straight. Must have changed his home style now. And in fact, now he must have the last couple of laps, the last lap, and you can see he's managed, superb job by Kai. He's amended his style. He's managed to keep the thing on the ground. He's managed to keep pointing straight after those tremendous oversteer issues. I'm sure when we see the car at the end of the race, there'll be no grip on those tyres, but he's going to come over and take the checkered flag and become European champion. It is Kai Coops. First of all, congratulations, and more importantly, where did it all come from? Your qualifying wasn't very much, and suddenly, semi-final, what happened?
I don't know. The car was just the same. Only that when we know when it's dry, we have more grip than the others. So yeah, that's the only thing.
You had a big disappointment last year, of course, in the semi-final. This must make up for it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Looking at the final itself, you made a very good start. Then towards the end, as we've seen, you lost a lot of grip. In fact, I think for about 4 or 5 meters, you actually lost the lead.
Yeah, it was a tire issue. We know that we can take the 20 minutes, but after that we don't know that. But yeah, that was the problem right now.
Tim, first, you didn't really make a very good start, did you? You got stuck behind Dario, and then you had to force his way through. Was that quite difficult?
Well, he had the best line to start. I was on the outside, the dirty part of the track, so I had troubles to get away from the grid. I knew from the semi-finals that Dario was, he was fast, but I was a bit faster, but I couldn't make the difference inside of the corner, so I had to wait till I get the opportunity.
And yet you then had a very lonely period of the race where you're on your own, and then suddenly at the end you could see Kai. Did you think, I've got it, I'm going to get through and win this one?
Well, I was not thinking about it at all. I was just racing my own race. At the end of the semi-finals, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it because of the fuel. So from the moment that I passed Dario and I had a few meters, I was immediately saving fuel, and I didn't think about Kai because he's a teammate, and I don't care if he wins or Ken wins or that I would win.
Ken, in both the semi-final and the final, you made very slow starts. I mean, was that the way your car was set up, or did you just not start well?
It's a matter of fact, both of that. Also in the final, the car was at the start not really good. The back was really slippy, but after 10 to 15 minutes, the car was really fantastic, and I got the feeling back. I could drift really under good control, and everything went well.
Now, this is the first time I've ever been to a EFRA Top 3 conference where we have 3 drivers from the same team, from the same country, wearing the same T-shirts. What's the secret?
I think we all search for the same setup, so if someone finds something that's really good, we all put it onto our cars. And we're also driving the same mark, the same engine, so we know what to do with the car. And normally, if one of us is good, then we all are good. That's really strong of our team. It's a really good. Yeah.
So a Dutch clean sweep here in Croatia at the large-scale off-road Euros. But don't forget to check back regularly on FWS, where we've got loads more European championships over the course of this summer. Next week, we're in Germany for the 1/8 Rallycross Championship. And of course, all this weekend, we've been in Luxembourg. Well, we haven't. Ollie and Paul have, covering the 1/8 track, and their end-of-day review will be up on FWS probably the same time as you're watching this one. So don't forget, stay tuned to FWS for the best radio control action of any scale in the world.